everyone, welcome back to my latest Heckfire video. Today we'll be going over allies and basically what they do for you in the game. So what an ally basically is, it's basically a castle or a person you buy and they give you stats. So I'll actually go into my allies and just kind of show you what that means. Well, I'll show you my value. So my value is 178 million. So what if someone bought me for that 178 million gold? What they would get is basically my stats here, which is 14% grass, 10% badlands, and basically 10% swamp as well. So basically you can get up to a certain amount of allies. Currently I have 40 of the 45 I'm allowed. To actually get those allies or get those slots for allies, you have buildings that actually give you those. So the buildings that are the ones that give you, I think it's this one, the Volleying. Yeah, so the Volleying is your main one, and then you have some other ones that actually give you different things. So this will give me, let's say, bonuses to attacking or maximum ally bonus or whatever it is, and ally slots. So you start off with only, I think, around 20 ally slots, and then the buildings you have will actually upgrade those ally slots, so you can get up to, I think, like hundreds. I'm not sure what the actual max for ally slots is, but I currently only have 45. The more ally slots you have, the better, because the more allies you can buy, and basically the cheaper allies you can buy to fill up those slots, because if you don't have a lot of ally slots, you're going to have to buy really expensive allies, and they're not always the most efficient for gold-wise, the more expensive they get. I'll actually go over what I do for that, but these are the other ones. So the embassies are the ones you can get multiple of. The Waratorium, you can only have one. Embassies, you can have multiple, and you look at the levels here. I think, what's the max? So, actually, at level 25, you get up to 10 ally slots per embassy, and I'm not sure the max amount of embassies you can get. I currently have, I think, 8 or 7, I'm not sure. But yeah, so right now I'm at level 18, so I guess once you hit 15, you get 4. At 18, what's the next one? It's at 20, you get 5. So I can actually upgrade them up to 20 right now, because I'm only level 22 castle, so there's no point in me having it past that. It doesn't actually do much other than the rally leader march cap. That's another thing the embassy does, but so I believe you can have, let's actually go to the building thing. Oh, I can't actually look at that right now. But, yeah, so anyway, so yeah, you can have, I think, almost 10, I'm not sure, because these things are not locked for me yet. This is my castle, by the way, if you guys don't know. But yeah, I can get these basically up to level 20, and that'll give me 5. So I think I could have almost 50 of them right now. I believe that's my max ally cap around right now. But yeah, so if you look at the levels for this, the Waratorium, it gives different things. So it actually increases your maximum ally bonus against players as well. So there's a max that you can actually get. And then there's research as well that will increase your, what's called, either what you can give. So where is it? Bonus stats for allies. So these are the bonus stats that make your ally actually better, so you more desirable to actually get bought. So that's increasing it in that. And these are the what's called the biome researches. There's the 3 of them: swamp, badlands, and grasslands. Grasslands is basically my main biome, so that's what I've picked most in. But you can also get some research in here that will actually, you get more bonus from your allies. So increases basically the benefit that your allies give you. So let's say you have like 100% from all your allies that you have. This will actually increase that based on whatever the research here. So it can go up higher, I guess. I don't know what the max is here. So up to 50% more. So you can actually get more from your allies based on your research. So going into allies, I'll actually show you what the allies are. And then I'll go over how you can get gold to actually get more allies, and where you kind of want to have your ally bonus at. So my current ally bonus is, I got 40 hired allies and get up to 45. What I could do is buy cheaper allies, because they're a little more efficient. I think up to about 10 million gold. They're more efficient, but they're also harder to keep because people buy them more often. So once you get late game and you have a lot of gold, I currently have 1.3 billion in ally gold, but that's that can go way higher. Obviously, I'm not late game or anything like that. I mean, top allies, that'll be costing you 400 million just for one ally. So but that could be that's based on stats. So when you're looking at allies, you want to keep the ally stats around 4% per, or 4 million per percent. So that means if you're, let's say, looking at, I don't know, let's say a 59 or 58 million ally, let's say around there. So let's say I bought this guy for about, I think it was 58 million at the time. So if you look at his stats, he's got about 14.5% total stats because you add them all together. We're not looking per biome, we're looking total. So this guy's got like, what was it, 14, just over 14 and a half. So, but at 58 million, you want him to be about to be 4 million per percent. You want him to be at 14.5%. So I'm right on the average right there. But if you were to look at, let's say, a lower ally, let's go to the bottom of my allies. If you were to look at something around, like, let's say this guy. This guy is at, what was he at? 2.5 million. So his total stats are at 2.3-ish. So if you look at that, his are way more efficient. But once you get over 10 mil, it'd be impossible to find an ally that has 2% or 2% for, let's say, where was this, 2.5 million. So that's like per percent, we're like 1.25 million. Like, you're not going to find an ally up there. You might find, like I said, 4 million per percent. So if you can have more allies, but you can have them around this smite, even though their ally bonus kind of, like, quote unquote, isn't as good as, let's say, this guy is up here, or any of these guys up here, they're actually way more efficient per percentage per that. So when you're looking at your allies, you kind of have that. You won't be able to keep these ones very often, or actually, you might be able to keep some of these, like these guys who kind of quit the game. You can still buy them, even though their stats aren't great. You can find some good ones around 2 million. But obviously, if you have more gold to spend, you want more expensive allies because you won't be able to fill. You can only fill up so many. Because if I was just to buy, let's say, 45 allies at what it's called, 2.5 million gold, I'd be spending like 100 million gold, but my stats would be really, really bad compared to what they are right now. Because my stats are whatever it's called, like couple 100%, 300%, close to that. Yeah, over 300% right now. So you wouldn't get that at that. So when you're looking to buy allies, make sure you keep it at that certain percentage. And also another way what allies can do is you can basically buy them back and forth, and every time someone buys an ally off you, you actually make gold. So that's the best way to make gold and buy more allies, is to basically volley it back and forth. And if you're going to do that, what you want to do is actually go into your allies here. The cheapest way to do it would be kind of go in, look at around people around 200,000. Once they're around 200,000, you can basically go down, and you're looking for allies that have like a percent stat. So let's say, because remember, you want to keep your ally bonus at what is it called, 4 million per percent. So you're kind of looking at that, and then you look at their stats here, and you look at a guy, and let's say he has, like, I don't know, I wouldn't really get anyone under 1% stats for a single. So let's say you go down the list here, and you're looking for a certain person. Let's see, I have to go a little quicker here because there's no one really good right now, but yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to actually find it. So let's say, no, I don't want him. Oh, there's really no one really good in here right now, but yeah, that's the problem. You have to really go down the list sometimes. Sometimes you actually find someone right away. Actually, I'll just go into here because I bought this guy earlier. So this is kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for stats like this. So if you look at this guy's stats, his stats are about 2.5%. So if you were to take that formula and you're looking to volley this guy, you might want to keep him within probably around 8 million would be the max you would volley him to. So you always set a max to what you want to volley the guy to, because if you get stuck with him at above that, your percentages or your average is not very good, so you don't want to have that happen to you. So this guy I might volley to around maybe 4 million. Depends if I want to volley him a lot or not, because if I want to keep him at the end, I would keep him under 8 million, but if I want to keep volleying people and try and lose this guy, I'd probably drop him around, let's say, 4 million. Whereas if, I think there was another guy I bought earlier, I volleyed him a ton. I think it was this guy. Yeah, so this guy had amazing stats for someone, like I think I found him around like 2,000 gold at that point. So I saw this guy, I'm like, he would be a volley up to around, probably around this actually gold right here, but so you could actually buy him all the way up to around 16 million just based on his stats here. And then you can drop them, and then if someone buys them, I mean, if you're gonna try and volley someone, usually you want to drop them around 10 million if you want to keep trying to find more targets. But if there isn't a lot of good volley people, you like volleying is just buying them back and forth from people. So people buy it from you, and you'll buy it back from them, and you're actually making gold every time someone buys it. So that'll increase your total gold. Like you can make millions and millions and millions and millions of gold doing this. It obviously takes time. The other way to get gold would be either attacking people. So you can basically just scout people, looking for people who have a bunch of gold on them. That's another way you can do it. Sometimes that's a lot harder. It's a lot faster just to volley people than actually go out and attack them, because if you're in a small kingdom, it's hard to find people with gold sitting out. And the other way to do it would be to let me just find the where is it? The other way to get gold would be to buy it from the store. So the best packs, I believe, are these golden opportunity packs. This one gives you 60 million gold. It's obviously $140. So if you want to get gold really quickly, this is the best way to do it. The $6 one, is it as... I don't think it's as efficient, because it's 10 times that. Yeah, so this is more efficient per gold. I mean, you also get the teleports and the other stuff that come with it, shields and jewels and all that, speed ups and all that. But the gold, if you're looking for gold, this is a good one to get just at the start off, because the basically volley people, you need gold to start off too. Because if you don't have gold, it's hard. Like when I first started, volleying people is a little hard because you just don't have gold when you first start. So it's like, oh, you might as well just buy the gold. Once you get the gold, you can invest it into your allies, and your allies will actually give you gold as the game goes on too. So buying gold at the start is actually really good, especially if you're going to use it as allies, just to basically start investing it. Because even if, let's say, you buy a $60 million ally, the more gold the ally's worth, the more gold you get back as someone buys it from you. So buying gold at the start is actually a good thing, because in the long run, you'll actually make more gold if you're patient. So if you go back out to here, you actually go back to my allies, and I'll show you an ally that was bought last night, or whatever. I had... Oh, sorry, this is me just literally volleying him back and forth. These, as you can see, as the price goes up, you get more and more gold. So I was volleying this guy. I don't know what he ended up at. He's at 9 million. So yeah, those were the stats I was looking for. Over 1% is really good at the bottom, so try and find those allies, but that's not who I'm trying to show you right now. I'm trying to find someone who... Wow, okay, it's really hard. I volley a lot of people. I do this a lot. Okay, so these guys are just people I bought around $60 million or whatever, 60 million gold. And you can see, if someone buys it from you at that price, you're getting 920,000 every time. So I think in one night I made like 3 or 4 million just sleeping and then buying allies the next morning, because these are allies with good stats. So if you find good stats around that, the higher it is. I mean, obviously, if you buy someone, let's say my top ally here, this 200 million gold guy, if someone bought that guy, I'd get like 3 million gold just from him, someone buying him off me. So that's kind of what you're looking for. That's how you can make some gold. And allies are very important, because they're basically stats for your thing. So with research, my max damage is 171% extra damage with these allies. That's basically with the research, with the allies, and this is not including the dragons and all that. Dragons, and they have their own stats, so you get those dragon stats from the dragons you send, plus the base these ones you get all the time, no matter what's going on. Even if you don't send dragons, these are the stats you're going to have. So these are like your basic stats, well, minus your research and stuff like that. But your research is more on the troop rather than your base. So these are basically your base stats would be for, let's say, if you're playing Lords or any other game, this would be your base research stats, would kind of be like these stats here. So these are very important for you attacking or doing anything in hunting monsters or doing raids or whatever. Like, ally stats are amazing in raids, because a lot of the dragon stats you don't get like your base dragon stats. You only get like the army attack stats when you're doing raids. So these are amazing for raids. So if you're ever doing that, looking for a way to make yourself stronger, allies are the best way to do it, and getting gold is what you really need to be looking for in this game, because other than research, your allies are very, very important because they require a lot of gold, and getting that invested very early is going to help you a lot in this. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a long video about allies, but they're very important in this game. So if you guys want to come play with me, I'll leave the link in the description down below. You guys can come play with me. If you guys are already playing what's called Heckfire, I hope this helped you guys with those allies. So anyways, I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you guys next time.